Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Stevie, and if you have never seen my face before, please go and watch my other videos. I haven't set up a schedule yet of when I'm going to be posting, but I have posted I think 4 videos so far, so if you want to get to know me a little bit better, please go and watch them. And if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. I just want to say a huge thank you for all the support I've had with starting my channel as well. It has been amazing. I've had quite a few emails and texts and all that kind of stuff from people who obviously know me personally and just saying that they like the content that I'm putting out, so that is so encouraging and I really appreciate all the feedback. I'm going to leave in the top line of the description, I'm going to leave my Instagram down there, so if you guys want to go follow me on Instagram or DM me video ideas, that would be again hugely appreciated. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about a topic that not many people want to talk about, and that is bullying. And more specifically, bullying of kids with disabilities slash blindness or vision loss, because obviously I understand that side of it a lot better. I'm not saying that people, young people, kids, whatever, don't get bullied, just even if they don't have a disability or handicap or anything. Bullying is horrendous, and it goes on in every school, in every workplace, in every aspect of life. People are bullied, and it shouldn't be like that. We should all spread the love and be happy that everyone's individual. Who cares that I have buck teeth? Who cares? I don't. Who cares that I can't see? I don't. I am me, I am Stevie, and if you want to get to know me more and hear more about my experiences, please stick around and watch the rest of the video. I just want to make a quick disclaimer. By making this video, I am not by any means trying to make you feel sorry for me or the people I'm going to speak about in this video. We don't want pity, we want understanding, and hopefully this video is going to help someone who is or was being bullied, or even a bully. If you come across this video, hey, like, cheers for making life hard. But seriously, if you do come across this video, I just want to say that every single one of you is individual and beautiful for a reason. So don't let anybody tell you any differently. Right, so let's get into this video. That was a really long, rambly introduction. So firstly, I'm just going to put out on the table I don't even know how to say it, like a list of experiences that I know majority of blind kids going through the public school system have gone through. So just for me specifically, I spent 13 years in public school. So I went from year 1 to year 13, which is the end of school for kids in New Zealand. You only have 13 years. So starting first is teachers having an issue making your work bigger. This doesn't seem like bullying, and to a degree it's not. It's not like the teachers are like beating you up or anything like that, but the fact that they feel it's a bother to give you the same education as every other student in that class, you know, that is bullying, I think. Every child in a teacher's class should be given the exact same opportunities, the exact same help, unless a child needs more of it. You know, it should all be flat even, no favourites, nothing like that. But we know that that's not the case. Even if you don't have a kid in your class with a that has special needs or has a disability or an impairment in any way, there is always a favourite. There's always a teacher's pet. I was never the teacher's pet, unfortunately, but I did have some absolutely amazing teachers who went above and beyond for me to be able to get through schooling. Even though I was smart enough, I didn't have the resources to be able to get through it. Having said that, I know for a fact that so many students that are visually impaired are swept under the table. Like, they're not given the same work that everybody else is, because their teachers not necessarily can't be bothered, but it's an inconvenience to like leave class and go and make it bigger. And I had folders that were like this big, you know, just with my schoolwork in them, and I can see how that is frustrating, but then they shouldn't be a teacher if they can't handle children at different, I don't know, not different levels, but at capabilities. You know, I don't feel like reading something bigger is putting me behind the rest of the class. It's just that it's, you know, I just have to have 2 desks instead of 1 for my giant ass books. The next one is being treated slow, being treated dumb. Most people who are blind or visually impaired do not have a mental handicap. There is nothing wrong with having a mental disability whatsoever, nothing at all. And those teachers are great for trying to break down the work so that you understand. But I didn't need that, and neither did most people I know. We don't need to be spoken to slow. We are blind. We're not mentally incapable. We can fully keep a conversation going, can fully understand what you're saying. You speaking slower is making you look dumb and me look really weird to the rest of the class, because they're like, well, I didn't think she was dumb, but she must be, because why is the teacher like, hello Stevie, you know? And I'm not taking the mick, but I'm saying that is genuinely how it is for a lot of kids going through the system. Because blindness isn't necessarily understood, it's not a disability that you can see. Get it? Huh? Funny. No. You can see I have glasses, but so can little Johnny, and he can see fine. He just has, you know, a little bung eye. But being blind is not a disability that you can see. So people don't understand it, or they think that it's not necessarily as bad. But when someone's in a wheelchair, you can clearly see that they cannot walk. So you know, like, oh, they can't walk, so I wouldn't ask them to go walk. But when you say someone's visually impaired, they're like, well, can you see me? And you say yes, and then they go, well, you're not blind then, are you? So here, read this worksheet that I didn't make bigger for you. Or I'm gonna talk really, really slowly to you so you understand what I'm saying. Shit, you know what? That's what it's like. Being publicly introduced. And I know a lot of schools have this in the best interest of their students. They think that if they introduce the blindie to the school, that it will help tremendously with students helping out and all this kind of stuff. I think that the students should be introduced to their class, and that is it. Because you go into high school, or maybe in younger years, like that's fine, but you go into high school and you know, 9 times out of 10 at a new school with new kids that have come in from different primary schools and intermediates and middle schools and all that kind of stuff, and you have to stand up in front of quite a big, you know, your school population and be like, hi, I'm Stevie and I'm blind and I have a giant target on my back. If you want to steal my lunch, go ahead, you know. And oh, I hated that. Most of my friends have been publicly introduced to their schools and the same things happened. It just puts a giant red dork sticker on your forehead, and it shouldn't, because you're not. If you introduce yourself as like, hi, I'm Stevie and I'm blind, that's who you are. You're the blind Stevie, you're the blind girl, you're the blind boy. Why not say, hi, I'm Stevie, how you going? I can't see, but, you know, not who cares, but it shouldn't define you as a person in your school. That's when most of the snickering starts in schools. Is about, you know, oh look, here comes, I'm just going to use Sean. Here comes Sean, she can't see, let's kick her cane away, or let's be funny and, you know, have her on a little bit. If they didn't know and they seen just a person walking along with a cane, they'd be like, oh, I haven't seen that before, I don't even know about it. Oh, let's go and ask, like, what do you have that for? Instead of them automatically knowing that she can't see, or that I can't see, or anybody can't see, and going and, you know, being dicks about it. Like, that really bothers me. So to teachers watching again, or people who are in staffing positions, at all that kind of stuff, if you have a blind student in your school or in your workplace or whatever, sure, introduce them to a degree, but don't introduce them as the blind person. Introduce them as a, hi, this is Hank, and he's gonna be the freaking, I don't know what he's gonna be. What's Hank gonna be? He's gonna be the CEO of the company. Please push your chair in, because sometimes you can't see it. Instead of being like, hi, this is Hank and he's real blind, so like, if you want to steal his lunch, go ahead. You know, it's just learning different protocols and ways to deal with introducing a blind student or work member into your school or workplace. A lot of visually impaired / blind / impaired children are left out of school activities, so they're made to sit to the side in sports games because it's not safe to play. Now, I fully understand this. Schools making sure that their games are safe, their sports games are safe for children to play, because, or students, I shouldn't say children, for their students to play, because they don't want to be getting anybody hurt. And I think that's very caring of them to make sure that they take that into consideration. But don't leave them out. Make a game they can play. Make a game they can play with the rest of their class, instead of singling them off. Like, here, you go bounce a ball while the rest of us go play, I don't know, cricket or soccer or something. And you automatically look like the weirdo because you're not, you know, you're not participating. A lot of kids and students are left out of school camps unless they can have a parent or guardian attend, because again, they think that they're so incapable of contributing to class life or that kind of thing that they need their parent there. You know, gosh, how could they do that? How could that child contribute as much as this other child over here who doesn't have anything wrong? That to me is bullying. It is downright bullying. They might not be pushing you around, but they're making you and your parents feel that, you know, your child doesn't deserve to be with the rest of the kids because, oh, well, if your child was in the rest of the kids group, then you know, it would make that group slower, or it's so dangerous to go for a bushwalk with your blind child. How? Hold their hand, hold their arm, put their cane onto a backpack. There are so many ways that you can include a visually impaired / blind person in any activity. Trust me on that one. Another thing that's again very generalized to all visually impaired / blind children is the comments. The comments like, how many fingers am I holding up? Can you see me? All this kind of stuff. Again, this video is about bullying, and being asked questions isn't bullying. But when you answer the questions and you say, oh, you're holding up 5 fingers, they're like, oh, I changed it, I'm actually only holding up 4. That's bullying. That is bullying. And then walking out on the playground and getting pushed around. Or I was 6 years old sitting eating my lunch, and these people came up and kicked my lunchbox away because they knew that I couldn't find it. If it wasn't in front of me, I'd have to feel around and find it. Now that is bullying. And that has happened to numerous of my friends. Kids are mean, and it's not fine, but it's life. Kids are mean, and parents should be educating their kids to not pick on someone's weaknesses but look for the strengths in that person. And it's only now that I'm 21 and been out of school for a few years that I can see that I am so much more worth, I have so much more worth than what those people said I did. And that's including teachers, that's including other parents, that's including students. In high school, I had a big group of friends. I had quite a few close friends, I thought. And then the bullying started up again for me, especially in my final years of school, like year 11 to 13. And my friends knew about it and they never stood up for me. And I just want to say to anybody who's out there that is getting bullied, if your friends know and they are encouraging it by not speaking up, they are not your friends. You need to get out and you need to find people who really genuinely care about your well-being and how you feel. I just have a message for the bullies. Thank you. Thank you for putting me through what I have been through, because now that I am in a very stable point in my life, I can help people who are also going through bullying. And what you have to remember is the bullies are the ones that we should feel sorry for. They are the ones that don't feel happy enough in themselves that they have to find a person who they feel is weaker to pick on because of all the weaknesses in their lives. 9 times out of 10, a bully has been bullied, whether it be by their older siblings or people in their home life or things like that. 9 times out of 10, they are not happy with themselves. They are being bullied themselves, and we should feel sorry for them. And if you stand up for yourself, you know, I got called horrible names, so I won't repeat. Those people try and be my friends today because they're like, oh, you know, I didn't realize that I was so cruel as a child. Anyways guys, that wraps up my video for today. I hope it made sense, because I know I've kind of jumped back and forth a lot. But there's just so much I could get into. So if there's a specific thing that you guys want me to go further into or mention about bullying and how I coped with bullying and all this kind of stuff, please let me know in the comments, or like I said, message me in my Instagram, which is going to be in the description. Thank you for all the support you guys have given me. Mwah. See you later.